So really beyond that, it is just a case of do please keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is working, and sooner rather than later, hopefully we'll all be through this if we keep working together. So that is the end of the main part of the briefing, and I will of course open it up for any questions that you might have. Yeah, we'll take a question from there, please.
I'm going to ignore everything you've just said and ask the question that my editors and colleagues and I decided to ask you 5 hours ago. Don't you think you look a bit scruffy for television?
Well, I think the COVID-19 briefing is really more about information than appearance. We do have slightly more important things to think about at the moment than haircuts and shaving. But obviously we'll take that under advisement. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take a question from the lady at the back there.
I'm going to talk really slowly because I love the fact that I get to hear my own voice every day as part of this press conference. I mean, sod informing the public. This is why I became a journalist in the first place. My question is completely irrelevant because I don't have a clue about any of this, and it doesn't really matter how you answer because we're just going to trim it down and cut bits out to make you look as stupid as we are. So, isn't it true that badgers sometimes wear socks?
We don't have the data to hand yet. I think it's still too early to tell on that one really, as we've said before, but I will look into it and I'll try and get you an answer by tomorrow. Yeah, we'll take a question from over here, please.
Can you just please say that my question was a good one so I can get one up on the previous asker and go home with a feeling of smug satisfaction?
Yeah, thank you for that. That is a really good question. It's also a really good point. I think it's become clear to everybody, this is politicians and viewers alike, that most of you here are only here to bolster your own ego and to further your own advancement at whatever toilet paper it is you write for or a-hole news channel that you broadcast for. The most important thing to you in this crisis is how important you look. We understand that now. So we've just got time for one more question, so we'll go down the front here, please.
We've seen some truly alarming figures released today. Not so many people are tuning into our 24-hour news coverage. Could you please say something scary so we can trick them into thinking it's dangerous for them to be away from our broadcasts?
No. Thank you, that's all we have time for. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow when I expect to hear exactly the same questions from exactly the same people. Thank you all.